Hello everyone, welcome to premiermath. Today I am to solve SSCCGL previous year questions. We will be solving majority of the questions using speed math. So let's start our session. Solve the following. Here take 1 by 4 inside the root. Then 1 by 4 become 1 by 16. So here 7921 divided by 16 minus here 2070 divided by 16. And here 16 goes 5 times in 80. But here 79 means 4 times in 79. If it is 80, remainder is 0. But this is 79 means remainder is 15. Again 16 goes 10 times in 160. But here this is 152. So 9 times in 152. 152 plus 8 is 160. So remaining is 81. 16 goes again 5 times in 81. Here 16 goes 1 times in 20, remaining 4. 16 goes 2 times in 47. If it is 48, 16 goes 3 times in 48. But this is 47 means the remainder is 15. So 16 goes 9 times in 150. Now this is roughly around root 484 is 22 and root 121 is 11. So you can take it as around 11. Option 1 is your answer. A certain sum of amounts to rupees 1600 in 2 years and to rupees 2000 in 3 years at a compound interest when compounded annually. Find the rate of interest. Here this is 2 years sum and this is 3 years sum. So difference between 3 and 2 years is 1 year. So take the difference between these amounts, which is equal to 2000 minus 1600 is equal to 400. This 400 is generated from the 1600. So 400 is 1 by 4th of 1600. Then 1 by 4th of 100 is 25%. Option 3 is your answer. Rate is equal to 25%. That is, here amount after 2 year is 1600 and after 3 year it is 2000 rupees. So consider the 1600 as the principal and the 2000 as the amount. So principal invested is 1600 and amount generated after 1 year is equal to 2000, which means here interest received is 400 out of the 1600, then rate is equal to 25%. Or you can take amount by principal ratio as well. Evaluate the following statement to determine the information provided is sufficient to answer the question. Question is, if PQR work together, how many days will they take to complete the project? Statement 1, Q and R together can complete the project in 10 days. QR take 10 days. And PR together complete the project in 15 days. PR take 15 days. Now, both are doing the same work. LCM is 30, which means total work is 30 unit. Now 15 goes 2 times in 30 and 10 goes 3 times in 80. Here QR efficiency is 3 unit and PR efficiency is 2 unit. Now you can see we can't find PQR efficiency. Even if you combine P plus Q plus 2R is 5 unit. But we can't find PQR efficiency. We can assume PQR efficiency by putting R's efficiency as some value. But that is not a definite answer, which means here option 4 is your answer. Even when combined, the information in both statement 1 and 2 is not enough to answer the question. Because we have to take the assumption here. If PQ's days are given, then we could have get PQR efficiency from it. A 30-liter container of pure milk undergoes 6-liter removal and 6-liter water replacement process, repeated 4 times. Approximately how much original milk remains? Either you can do with formula method or you can go for without formula method. Here 30-liter pure milk. Now 6-liter milk is taken place means remaining is 24. To this again 6-liter water is adding, water part. Then milk water ratio part become 24:6. And from this again 6-liter is removing. Now we can ignore this water part. We only need milk part. So the 6-liter is removing from this total 30-liter mixture. So 6 out of 30 means 1 by 5 of mixture is removing. That is 1 by 5 of milk part and 1 by 5 of water part. We are not taking water part here. So 1 by 5 of milk part. We are only finding 1 by 5 of milk part here. 5 goes 4 times in 20, 8 times in 40. So 24 minus 4.8 means 20 minus 0.8, which is 19.2. Again, 1 by 5 of 19.2 is taking place. 1 by 5 of 19.2 means 5 goes 3 times in 15 and remaining is equal to 42. So 5 goes 8 times in 42. Now 19.2 minus 3 is 16.2. 16.2 minus 8 is equal to 16 minus 0.6, which is 15.4. Now from this again 1 by 5 of 15.4 is taken out. 5 goes 3 times in 15 and here 5 goes 8 times in 40. Now 15.4 minus 3 is equal to 12.4. So this is around 12.3. 12.3. Option 4 is your answer. So in this way you can find the answer, or you can use formula method. Formula method means final quantity of milk is equal to initial quantity of milk into 1 minus replacing amount out of total quantity, the whole raised to number of times this replacement taken place. Now this is equal to, here initial quantity is equal to 30 liter mix. Now 1 minus 6 liter is taken out of this total 30 liter mixture, and here number of times this is repeating is 4 times. And if you solve this, this is equal to 30 into here 1 minus 1 by 5 means 4 by 5. So this is 4 raised to 4 means 4 square into 4 square, which is equal to 256. And here this is 5 square into 5 square. I can write it as 5 cube into 5. That is 5 into 125. Then 5 goes 6 times in 30 and 125 goes 2 times in 250. So this is around 2.6 times. 6 into 2 is 12. So this is around 12.x times. Option 4 is your answer. A donor deposit 8 lakhs in a trust that earns 10% simple interest annually. The interest is used to distribute 3 annual awards. If the second and third awards were 35,000 and 20,000 respectively, what is the value of first award? So 35 plus 20 is equal to 55,000 is the combined value of 2 awards. Then third award means total simple interest earned minus this 55,000. Simple interest is 10% of the principal. So 10% of 8 lakh is equal to 80,000. So 80,000 is the simple interest earned in 1 year, means 80,000 minus 55,000 is the third award value, which is 25,000. Option 1 is your answer. The time taken to cover 132 km by car is 1 hour. Find the time taken to cover 88 km by car. Here 132 km covered in 1 hour. Then 88 km covered in here 44 goes 2 times in 88 and 3 times in 132, which means 3 km covered in 1 hour. Then 1 km covered in 1 by third hour. So 2 km covered in 2 by third hour, which means 2 by third of 60, which is equal to 40 minutes. Option 4 is your answer. The surface area of a cuboid is 468 centimeter square and its dimensions are in the ratio 2:3:4. Find its volume. Here volume of cuboid is equal to LBH, and here L is equal to 2 part, B is equal to 3 part, and H is equal to 4 part. Total volume is 2 into 3 into 4, 24 P cube. Now, if I'm assuming P as 1, then we can do option verification here. Then volume is equal to 24 into 1 cube. That is 24, not in the option. If P is equal to 2, volume is equal to 24 into 2 cube is 8, which is equal to 8 into 20, 160, 8 into 4, 32. So 192, not in the option. And if P is equal to 2, P is equal to 3, then volume is equal to 24 into 3 cube is equal to 27. So this is equal to 27 into 20 is equal to 540, and 4 into 20, 80, 4 into 7, 28. 80 plus 28 is equal to 108. 108 plus 540, 648. That is in the option. So option 2 is your answer, because if I'm taking P as 4, now you can see volume should be greater than 648. But here all other values are less than 648. So that is not possible. Option 2 is your answer. A building has 4 square pyramidal turrets, each of the base 4 meter and height 6 meter. If each need 1.25 times volume of structural fill, find the total fill needed. Here volume of pyramid is 1/3 of area of base into height. Here 1/3 of area of base means here base is square and here base is equal to 4 meter. So 4 square is the area of base and here height is 6. It goes 2 times in 6, 16 into 2 is 32. So 32 meter cube is the volume for pyramid. Now volume of fill is 1.25 times the volume. So 1.25 times 32. But we need total volume for 4 square pyramid. So total volume is equal to 4 into this one. 1.25 into 4 is 5. 5 into 32 means 150 plus 10, 160 meter cube. Option 1 is your answer. A man spends 70% of his income. His income increases by 10% and his expenditure by 5%. What is the percentage increase in his savings? Here, consider his initial income as 100 rupees. Then he spends 70% of his income. So, remaining is the savings, 30 rupees. Now, income increases by 10% and expenditure by 5%. So consider this as 1000 is to 700 is to 300 in ratio. Then increases by 10% means 10% of 1000 is 100. So 1100 is the new income. And 10% of 700 means 70. So 5% is the expenditure means half of 70 is 35. So 735 is the new expenditure. Then new savings become 1100 minus 700 is 400. 400 minus 35 is equal to 365. So here increment is 65 rupees out of this 300. So 65 out of 300 into 100 is the percentage increment in savings. This is equal to 3 goes 2 times in 6 and 1 time in 5. So this is around 21.x percentage. Option 1 is your answer. The average score of batsman in 20 innings is 42. If his highest score of 120 is excluded, what is the new average? Here 20 innings average is equal to 42 and highest score 120 excluded means 1 innings average 120 excluded. Remaining innings are 19. Now take common average as 42. 120 I can write it as 42 plus 78. Now this extra 78 increment in average is for 1 innings. 78 into 1, 78 is the extra score which should be equally distributed to this remaining 19 people. Now here 1 innings average is 120 which is way greater than 20 innings average. So 19 innings average should be less than 42. So subtract the 78 by 19 from 42. 19 goes 4 times in 76. Remaining 2. So 19 goes 1 time in 20. 42 minus 4.1 is equal to 37.9. Option 1 is your answer. Here actually you can do total score initially is equal to 20 into 42. Out of this 120 excluded. Now this new score is for 19 people. So this is the average of 19 people. The price tag of a microwave is rupees 5,000 and the shopkeeper offers a discount of 18%. What is the selling price? Here marked price is equal to 5,000 rupees and here discount offered is equal to 18% of 5,000, which is equal to 18 into 50. 18 into 5 is 90. So 900 rupees is the discount here. Then sell price here is equal to 5,000 minus 900, 4,100. Option 1 is your answer. The radii of three concentric circles are in arithmetic progression. If the innermost radius is 7 centimeter and outermost is 21, what is the radius of the middle circle? Here first term 7, last term 21. Then middle term should be 14. 7 increment. Option 4 is your answer. If the height of a cylinder is equal to its diameter and radius is 5 centimeter, find its volume. Volume is equal to pi r square h. And here height equal to diameter means diameter is equal to 2 times 5, 10 centimeter. Now leave the pi here. R square is equal to 5 square 25 and height is 10. So 250 pi, option 2 is your answer. A right circular prism has a base area of 24 centimeter square and height 10 centimeter. What is the volume? Volume is equal to area of base into height of the prism. Here area of base is 24 and height is 10. So 240 is your answer, option 2. If cot A equal to 3 and A is acute, then find sin A. Here cot A is equal to 3 means tan A should be 1 by 3. Opposite side by height adjacent side. Then hypotenuse is equal to root 3 square plus root 1 square, which is equal to root of 9 plus 1, that is root 10. Then from the sin A is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Now this is not in the option, so multiply it with root 10 by root 10. So this is root 10 divided by 10. Option 1 is your answer. And here convert 3 radians to degree. 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi. Then 3 radian is equal to 3 into 180 by pi. Pi means 3.14. So here, if you look at this is less than 180 and nearest to 180. Nearest to 180 and less than 180. So nearest to 180 and less than 180 is only option 1. 171.89. If sin A equal to cos B and both A and B are acute, what is A plus B? When sin A equal to cos B, A plus B should be 90 degree. Option 2 is your answer. The measures of interior angles of a pentagon are x, x plus 10, x plus 20, x plus 30 and x plus 40. What is the measure of smaller angle? Here sum of interior angles equal to n minus 2 into 180. Here n is equal to 5 for a pentagon. So 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 into 180 is equal to 540. So 540 is the interior angle sum. And 540 is given as here 5x plus 100. 5x plus 100. Here 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 is equal to 100 and here total 5x. So here x is equal to 440 divided by 5, which is 88. Option 1 is your answer. In triangle ABC, an altitude AD is drawn from point A to side BC. Given coordinates are A15, B21 and C63. What is the slope of the line representing altitude AD? Here, if this is the triangle ABC, here AD is altitude, then altitude is perpendicular to its base. So here AD is perpendicular to BC means if I'm considering slope of AD as M1 and slope of BC as M2, then M1 into M2 should be minus 1 because here AD is perpendicular to BC. When two lines are perpendicular, product of its slope should be minus 1. And here slope formula is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 because here coordinates are given. So just find M2 here, M2. So slope of BC is equal to M2. So BC coordinates are B is equal to 2, 1 and C is equal to 6, 3. Then M2 is equal to 3 minus 1 divided by 6 minus 2. So that is equal to 2 divided by 4 means 1 by 2. If M2 is 1 by 2, then M1 should be 1 by 2 into minus 2 is equal to minus 1. So M1 should be minus 2. Option 2 is your answer. Triangle PQR has coordinates P11, Q41 and R15. Triangle SQ has vertices S62, T92 and U66. Are these two triangles congruent? Congruent means all the corresponding sides and angles are equal. Now, here distance between coordinate formula is equal to root of delta x square plus delta y square. Means here delta x means difference between x coordinate, delta y means difference between y coordinates. Now, if you take PQ, PQ is equal to here y coordinates equal. So let's ignore y. Then delta x means 4 minus 1 is 3. So delta x is equal to 3 means root of 3 square is 3 itself. Now just check QR. QR is equal to here delta x means 4 minus 1 minus 3. Delta y means 1 minus 5 minus 4. So here 3 square plus minus 4 square means 5. Then if you check PR, in PR x coordinates are equal. So just take y coordinate difference which is equal to 5 minus 1, 4 square. 4. So 4 square root 4 square means 4. So 3, 4, 5 are triangle sides. Now in STU, ST difference. ST is equal to here y coordinates equal. 9 minus 6 is 3. So root 3 square means 3 itself. And TU, in TU, 9 minus 6 is 3, 2 minus 6 is minus 4, which means root of 3 square plus minus 4 square, which is equal to 5 itself. Again, if you take SU, x coordinates are equal. So just check delta y. 6 minus 2 is 4. So root 4 square is equal to 4. So 3, 4, 5. All the sides are equal, which means yes by SSS theorem. That is, these two triangles are congruent by SSS theorem means all the sides are equal. Simplify the following. Here just take root 3 inside of this row. When you take root 3 inside of a row, then that will become 3. So here root of 12 into 3 minus root of 27 into 3. So this is equal to root 36 is equal to 6 and here root 81 is equal to 9. So 6 minus 9 is equal to minus 3. Option 1 is your answer. If a chord subtends an angle 75 degree at the center, the angle it subtends at the circumference on the same side is half the 75. That is, here, if this is the circle and if this is the chord which subtends 75 degree at the center, then the same chord can subtend half of the 75 at the remaining part of the circumference of the circle. Now here this chord subtends 75 and the angle it subtends on the circumference on the same side. Here this is 75 on same side means on this side of the remaining part of the circumference of the circle. So option 2 is your answer. That is, an angle subtended by a chord at the center is double the angle subtended by the same chord at the remaining part of the circumference of the circle. So if this is 75 by 2, this should be 75. What is the area of segment formed by a chord in a circle of radius 6 cm if the angle subtended at the center is 120 degree? Here this is the circle and here this is 120 degree sector. Now this is segment. Now the shaded region is the segment. Now area of segment is equal to area of the sector formed by 120 degree minus area of this triangle. area of triangle. The shaded region is the segment here. Now, total area of circle is equal to pi r square. And pi r square is formed by total 360-degree angle. And area of sector means area of sector is formed by this 120 degree. So 120 out of 360 is forming this area of this sector. And here half BH is area of triangle. And this is center of the circle which divides this chord into two equal parts. That is, this is half of chord and this is also half of chord. That is, this divide these triangles into two equal triangle. Now, this is 90 degree. So this is 90 degree and here this is 6 centimeter. So from this is 120 by 260 and then this should be 30. Then sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2. That is 1 part by 2 part. Opposite side by hypotenuse. And 2 part is given as 6 means 1 part should be 3 here. And if you take tan 60 is equal to root 3. That is root 3 part divided by 1. That is opposite side by adjacent side is equal to root 3 part by 1 part. Then 1 part is equal to 3 means root 3 part is equal to 3 root 3. Then from this here pi into r square is equal to 6 square which is 36 and here 120 goes 3 times in 360. So 36 by 3 is equal to 12 and here half BH, half into D is equal to 3 root 3 into 2, 2 into 3 root 3 and H is equal to 3. So if you look at this is 9 root 3. That is 12 pi minus 9 root 3 is your answer. Option 1 is your answer. If sin A equal to 3 pi 5, then what is sin square A plus cos square A minus 2 sin A cos A? This term is equal to sin A minus cos A the whole square. Now, sin A 3 by 5 means two sides are 3 and 5. Then third side of the triangle should be 4 because 3, 4, 5 are triplets. And if sin A is equal to 3 by 5, then cos A should be 4 by 5. Now 3 by 5 minus 4 by 5 the whole square means minus 1 by 5 the whole square which is equal to 1 by 25. Option 3 is your answer. That is here 3, 4, 5 are triplet. Sin A is equal to 3 by 5 means this should be 4. A can complete the task in 15 days. B can complete the same task in 20 days. How long will it take them to complete the task together? Here A complete it in 15 days. B complete the same task in 20 days. Both are doing the same work. Take the LCM. LCM of 15 and 20 is equal to 60. So 60 is the total work here. 15 goes 4 times in 60. 20 goes 3 times in the 60. A's efficiency 4 unit. B's efficiency 3 unit. Then days taken is equal to 60 total work divided by efficiency of A and B is equal to 4 plus 3 7. So this is equal to 7 goes 8 times in 56 and 5 times in 35. Option 4 is your answer. 8.5 days.